We are right next to fusion cores. We're right next to fusion cores. We are right next to fusion cores. We almost have fusion cores. All right. So I need to take you into this, okay? I need to explain exactly how we're close, why we're close, and how freaking cool this is, cuz this is freaking cool. Okay. So look, this is kind of what a reactor looks like, okay? I don't know if it's exactly, I'm not a scientist whatsoever. I don't know if it's exactly the same kind of dealio that we're dealing with here, but this is the basic principle, right? So right here you have your reaction. Your reaction's happening right here, and then so it's fission is happening. It's atoms are splitting. Okay, so that's generating a lot of heat, heating up water. That's all a nuclear reaction or nuclear reactor is. It's heating up water, making steam. It's a big giant steam engine. Super inefficient, okay? So all this steam gets pumped into this turbine, which turns and generates electrons for the power grid, whatever. That's how it works. They need these giant cooling towers to maintain all of this, all of it, because there's so much pressure, steam, there's so much crap, okay? So much goes into our current nuclear setup, okay? This is where the really cool shit comes in, okay? Because look at this. This is... Okay, this is it's a TPV. TPVs convert high temperature heat directly into electricity using infrared radiation. Okay, so they're like, as it says, they're like solar panels, okay, but it's not quite. The way it was described to me, and it's hard to visualize, is what this is for, okay? And this isn't even exactly correct as I understand it, but the way it's explained to me is like, say you have a block of granite right here, okay? Block of granite right here. Then you have the TPV. If you have a nuclear reaction over here, if you have a nuclear reaction over here, a block of granite right here that absorbs the radiation and heat, and you heat that granite up to like white hot temperatures, and then you have the TPV right here. The white hot block of granite will send out ultraviolet light. The TPV will pick up the ultraviolet light and transfer it into electrons to be pumped into the power grid, batteries, anything and everything electrical. What does this mean? What does this at all freaking mean? What it means is, hold on. Yes, small modular reactors. This is in development right now. TPVs, hold on, check this out. TPVs, as of 2025 to 2026, researchers achieved 40% efficiency. 40%. TPVs historically have been 1% efficient. One. Horrible, not gonna work, nothing, not achievable. Nuclear power plants right now, as I understand, are about 40 to 45% efficient as they are, which is a glorified steam engine. It's just a glorified steam engine. It's so crazy that we're still basically running on steam technology. Okay, anyway, as of very, very recently, we have achieved 40% efficiency with TPVs, which is crazy, which means, oh my god, it's so freaking cool. Okay, which means if you have, I believe the emitter in this is the block of graphite, but if you have, instead of heat from combustion, heat from nuclear reaction pumped into a piece of graphite or whatever, and then the ultraviolet light transferred from that into the TPV, have it transferred into there, you can make small, efficient, modular reactors. I don't know if there's any yet. I don't actually know. And definitely not as small as a fusion core, which is different. Right now we use fission. So fission versus fusion. If you don't remember, fission splits atoms apart. It's the same thing that is used in bombs and whatever. Fusion is way more power. I think it's like 4 times or maybe even more than that, more powerful than fission. And currently we can't, it's very hard for us to reach fusion because it requires extreme temperatures far above our sun, okay? I don't know that we've ever achieved it. I'm not sure. But fusion is theoretically possible, okay? So back to small modular reactors. These, the ones that are in development right now, in theory, they're not going to be pocket-sized little, they're not going to be this. They're not going to be this. They're not going to be fusion cores just yet. First off, we're not using fusion, we're using fission. Secondly, they're not going to be this compact. That's crazy for our technology right now. But what these are, in theory, going to be used for is, say you have an Amazon warehouse or some sort of like robotic machinery, a Ford plant, any place where things are made. You can have a small nuclear reactor powering that plant, whatever it may be, which is nuts. It's nuts. And if we can get it small enough, we may eventually have fusion cores, which is just nutty. It's crazy. I'm blown away by the technology that we have. And another part of this is if this was feasible to replace all of our current nuclear power plants with this, nuclear power plants could be placed everywhere. You wouldn't need giant cooling towers. You wouldn't need large infrastructure. You wouldn't need the cost that goes into all of that. Less money, less taxpayer dollars, less of everything, more output, possibly free energy. Crazy if politicians would allow it, right? Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to share this because it's absolutely crazy. Again, these are TPVs. TPVs will absorb the light from the graphite, which absorbs it from the heat from the nuclear reactors, okay? What that does, just to recap, small modular reactors, SMRs. Look up this stuff because it's so freaking cool, and I cannot tell you the rabbit hole I've gone down on this because it's so freaking cool. So freaking cool. Like, nobody is talking about this. Nobody's talking about this. How is nobody talking about this? This is crazy. This is crazy. Cars, planes, flashlights, handheld, anything and everything could possibly become a replacement for batteries. Lithium ion, lead acid batteries, all replaced by nuclear reactors, tiny nuclear reactors. Is that not crazy? Is that not nutty? Is that not insanely awesome? Dude, I cannot fathom how freaking cool this is, okay? And I just want you to understand how freaking cool this is, because it's so crazy. You should look into it. It's a crazy rabbit hole to go down. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm so hyped about this, and I'm continuing to go down the rabbit hole of it because again, not a scientist. I don't understand a lot of this. So anyway, I think I said all I need to say about it, and you can judge for yourself. But that's going to do it for this episode. I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.